Our CLP leader, former Chief Minister Shri Narayan Swamiji, our Member of Parliament Shri Vaidalingam ji, AICC Secretary Shri C.D. Mayappan ji, our Senior Vice President Shri Devadas ji, our former Minister Mr. Perumal ji, and all friends of the media. We have a few more days to go for the voting. Campaign is going on across the state of Puducherry, and leading the campaign in a very effective manner is the Indian National Congress. Despite all the efforts of the BJP to destroy democracy in Puducherry, they have used all illegal means, unethical means, unconstitutional means to destabilize the government and to make the government dysfunctional. But despite all that, we worked hard for 5 years and we gave a stable government. Only in the last 2 months, with elections to go, with all their money power, muscle power, with all their central agencies, they have threatened, blackmailed, bribed, and brought about the fall of our government. So BJP, which had no base in Puducherry, they have not gone to the people and worked for the people to create this base. They have not fought for the Puducherry people's rights to get people's support. They have not taken up issues for Puducherry either in Parliament or anywhere else for the cause of Puducherry. No BJP leader has done that. No BJP party has done that. But instead of doing that work, what they have come to do is indulge in trading, buying out, purchasing. In fact, they are trying to purchase the mandate. They are trying to purchase the voters, trying to purchase support by using their government and using their financial strength. This is a shameful thing what BJP has done. And today, they are coming every day, every second day. Nirmala Sitaram ji comes, Amit Shah comes, Modi ji comes, Nitin Gadkari comes, Giriraj, some minister, he has come. One more fisheries minister has come, Mr. Arjun Meghwal. For last 5 years, nobody has been seen. Last 5 years, or last say 6 years, nobody has come to Puducherry and done any serious contribution for the people of Puducherry. Neither have they fought for Puducherry people's rights. Today, during election, they are coming and telling lies to the people of Puducherry, saying that Nirmala Sitaram ji comes and says Narayan Swamiji has not met me. That is the biggest lie that the finance minister can say. I do not know how many times Narayan Swamiji has gone and met Sitaraman ji. 15 times, 10 times. How many letters he has written? What has been her response? So simply coming on one day before or 1 week before election and uttering falsehoods is shameful for a finance minister to come and do this. And they've come and released the manifesto. What is there in that manifesto? They are saying that we will give special status to Puducherry. The last 6 years, why have they not given that? My question to Sitaraman ji, why now in the election you are saying that? Why have you not given that in the last 6 years?
It is not in the Tamil version.
And that manifesto also, nobody in Puducherry can read it because it's all in English. They've given in Tamil also? Okay.
No, Tamil version that is not.
Okay. But anyway, she has mentioned special status. Special status she is mentioning now. From 20% to 40% they want to increase the grants. How many letters has Narayan Swamiji written to Sitaramanji to increase this grant before? Why could they not do it before? Why is it that now they are offering this? They could have given the same extra grant last year, 2 years back, 3 years back. Instead of supporting Puducherry, they have in fact not allowed the government to function effectively by using LG's office and Home Department to scuttle the development works of our government. Despite that, our performance is good. 85% of our manifesto promises has been fulfilled. But today they are coming and uttering lies. So our people of Puducherry won't be believing these last minute half-truths and lies and support the BJP. Because their approach, the whole country knows. Today if they are Puducherry, they want to give special status. I want to ask the BJP, why are you removing the powers of the Delhi government? On one side, there is a Delhi government, there is a Delhi state. There you are taking away the powers of Chief Minister, taking away the powers of an elected government and saying from now on LG is the government. Every decision has to be decided by the LG. Chief Minister has made a puppet today in Delhi. So one side, because there is an opposition party there, you scuttle that government. You remove his powers. In Puducherry, you didn't allow our Chief Minister to function properly using LG's office. Now suddenly you are coming and saying special status. What about special powers to the Puducherry people, Puducherry government? Why not offer full statehood? Why not give full powers to the elected government of Puducherry? Again you want to control. I will give 40%, I will give 25%, but if you elect our government, if tomorrow Congress DMK government is formed, I am 100% telling you, this promise of Nirmala Sitaram of giving 40% grants will not be implemented. This is like a bribe they are offering the people of Puducherry that you vote for us, only then we will give.
Even if they come to power also, they will not.
And I am telling you one more thing. Even if by some chance NR Congress comes to power, they will not allow him also to function. How they are spoiling, how they spoiled Jammu Kashmir, how they are spoiling now Delhi, how they have already tried to spoil Puducherry, they will further weaken NR Congress also, they will finish NR Congress also and take away NR Congress and make that part of BJP. Their agenda is only to see that their party is strengthened, not people, not other political opponents should be finished. So her promise is something which nobody can believe. And my question to NR Congress, their leader, because I can't call him the chief ministerial candidate, because the alliance has not told him that he is the chief ministerial candidate. Their leader, NR Congress, he had said that if statehood is not given to Puducherry, I will boycott the election. Today his alliance partner is not promising statehood, though being in central government. But then why is he in alliance with BJP? Why is Mr. Rangaswamy in alliance with BJP then? What has he compromised? Why has he compromised? What happened to his tall promise that I will boycott elections if statehood is not given by one of the national parties, if they don't promise? So what is the reason for him keeping quiet now? Will he boycott the election now? Will he walk out of the alliance with the BJP? See, this is hypocrisy. For 5 years as an opposition party, not one day they have struggled for the rights of Puducherry. I have not seen him as an opposition leader. Whatever I have heard after I came to Puducherry, his track record, for 4.5 years, he didn't fight for any major cause of Puducherry. He didn't do any dharna, any protest, didn't take up any issues. When LG was not behaving badly, when LG was behaving badly and obstructing the development of Puducherry, why did he keep quiet? Just because Congress government is there, you keep quiet. Tomorrow your government comes and BJP does the same thing. Should we keep quiet? Is it not the self-respect of Puducherry? Is it not the self-respect of the people of Puducherry that an elected government is not being allowed to function, whichever government it is? Tomorrow it could be DMK, ADMK, NR Congress, anybody, or even BJP. Any party can rule the state. That is democracy. But elected government should be respected, no? He kept quiet for 4.5 years. He said that is not my business. And now even statehood has not been promised. So what is his moral right to be in this alliance? Does he have any morality? Does he have any strength of character? What does he stand for then? Why did he not make a comment yesterday that I am very angry with BJP, that they have not promised statehood, I will not be in this alliance? He should have said that. So this exposes to what extent he is also compromised. And one more important subject has come up. Yesterday in the High Court, serious comments has been made by the Honorable Chief Justice, saying that why can't this election be postponed? Because a very serious offence has been committed by the Bharatiya Janata Party. It is a very, very serious offence which violates all many state government and many acts, laws of the central government. Privacy is a very important issue. Our Aadhaar data is a very private matter. Nobody can access our Aadhaar data because Aadhaar number is linked to our banks, Aadhaar is linked to our phone numbers, Aadhaar is linked to many of our transactions. It is a personal private data. How has BJP got this data? Who gave them this data? Today, if my data is with the BJP, they can even send money into my bank account because my bank account is linked to Aadhaar. They can falsify information. They can send me messages. They can find out so many things about me or about any individual. So who gave BJP this data? So the Chief Justice has made a very serious observation to the Election Commission, warning the Election Commission to do its job. Election Commission should take this very seriously. The Congress party in Puducherry will file a complaint to the Election Commission saying that this is a serious breach of privilege and all the BJP candidates should be disqualified in this election. 31st, I think, Election Commission will be replying in the High Court because they have not even given a proper reply yesterday. So Chief Justice has taken very serious notice of that and pulled up the Election Commission and said, you please act on this. Simply by saying I have referred it to the cyber crime is not a reply which I am looking from you. So you please file a detailed comment on this. That maybe let them file whatever comment. Main thing is BJP people have accessed the data of Aadhaar. And today BJP has not even responded to that statement. BJP has not even made any comment also. So we will file a complaint to the Election Commission that all Bharatiya Janata Party candidates in Puducherry should be disqualified by the Election Commission of India. We are going to file. And Election Commission should take serious notice of this and take action against the UIDA authority, the Aadhaar authority. How have they allowed this breach? How have they allowed the information to go? How did BJP, that has to be investigated. That can't be done in 2-3 days time. This is going to take time. Investigation takes time. That they should put a proper team to look into this. Who gave it? How did BJP get it? Who accessed it? And how they are using it. So these two things I wanted to mention. One was about BJP's false promises and also how they are deviating from how they say one thing and how they do one more something else. Tomorrow our manifesto also will be released and we will come out with our own promises. But I must say with full confidence that people are with the Congress in Puducherry. People are with our alliance in Puducherry because they have seen what kind of destructive politics BJP is doing in the country today. How they are trying to subjugate democracy. If democracy is to survive in this country, the only way is to see that BJP is removed from power in every state and in the center also. So, the people of Puducherry, I am sure, will vote strongly in favor of the Congress candidates. Despite all their efforts to weaken us, we have not lost our courage, we have not lost our strength. We are going ahead. In fact, our campaign is the better campaign than every other political party. Our leaders are campaigning, we are on the ground, we are moving around, and we are full of confidence. And I am 100% sure the next government also will be a Congress and DMK alliance government will be formed. Thank you. Any further questions I will reply to, and then Narayan Sumiji also will say a few words. This
observation of the court, like whether it should be elections should be postponed. So, what is the view on?
I don't think election should be postponed. I feel BJP should be de-recognized. Why should my candidates and DMK and other political parties suffer? Let BJP candidates be removed from the election fray. Let BJP be de-recognized as a political party in Puducherry. That is what they should be. They should not countermand an election. Because they are doing a crime, they are committing illegality, they should face the consequences. So that is why we are going to complain to Election Commission on this issue, that this has been done, it's been accepted. That's why ECI, Election Commission, has formed, referred to an inquiry, that crime department, some cyber crime, and it accepted that this data has been leaked. So once that is accepted, there has to be some action on this. And this is not a minor offense. This is a very, very major offense. For political purposes, political parties can't access private information which is kept in safe custody of the government. How can that be leaked like this? It's a huge issue. So I feel the best way is to see that BJP candidates are de-recognized in this election, disqualified in this election. Mobile prachar is different. We get phone numbers from different data, WhatsApp, we form groups. That's very other. Either Aadhaar data, they have taken it. Data, DMK does not have that data. Who's got it? No, that is based on some other way of getting phone numbers. They get from PIN codes, they get some phone numbers. That is different. This is using Aadhaar. Aadhaar data has been leaked. That is the that is why it's gone in High Court. That is why Chief Justice is saying these things. That is why Election Commission is inquiring this matter.
The case of the included Congress petitioner included
Complaint. We will file a complaint to ECI. Court case is the court case. We will file in front of the Election Commission now. Already that court matter is heard. It's being heard. And 31st, they've asked for a full report from ECI. But meanwhile, we will submit to ECI our complaint here. Huh? Election Commission is a relevant authority for this.
But the case is the case of Congress and 14% includes.
That they will discuss if you have to go to court. They will take a decision. Okay?
நேற்றைய தினம் நிதி அமைச்சர் நிர்மலா சீதாராமன்